What if the reason most people never reach the age of 82 isn't genetics, but 5 silent killers hiding in plain sight, ones you're likely ignoring right now? Most people believe that the length of their life is written in their DNA, sealed at birth, and wholly dictated by chance or family history. But what if that's not true? What if, beneath the surface of daily living, 5 silent forces are actively pushing us toward an earlier grave? Forces so common and subtle that almost everyone overlooks them. The startling reality is that nearly 85% of people fall into these traps, not because of disease, but because of daily habits disguised as harmless or even healthy advice. In a society that chases medical breakthroughs and innovative treatments, the greatest threat to our longevity may not be a lack of pills, but the quiet patterns we repeat after age 60. The first silent killer is what can be called the retirement of the mind. For decades, work and responsibility demanded our focus, challenged our thinking, and provided a sense of purpose. But for many, retirement brings a dramatic slowdown, not just in physical activity, but in mental engagement. Crossword puzzles and the occasional book club, while helpful, are no substitute for the complex, adaptive thinking most did daily in their careers. When the mind is no longer stretched, neural activity shrinks. Brain scans show that seniors who stop challenging themselves experience a rapid decline in synaptic connections, leading to faster cognitive decline than any single illness. Under the radar, the brain begins to atrophy, not from age, but from disuse. Studies largely ignored in popular conversation reveal that sustained mental activity is more protective than some of the most widely prescribed medications. The brain is a muscle, and it withers without challenge. The second mistake is rooted in the myth of rest. Well-meaning friends, family, and even some health professionals urge seniors to take it easy, to avoid overexertion and strain. But this gentle advice, repeated so often it feels like gospel, is actually a blueprint for physical decline. Inactivity is not rest. It's a silent thief that accelerates muscle loss, a process known as sarcopenia. As muscles weaken, bones follow suit, circulation diminishes, and the risk of falls, fractures, and chronic conditions skyrockets. The body craves movement at every age. Seniors who swap daily walks, gardening, or light strength training for prolonged sitting lose mobility, independence, and resilience to illness. This isn't just about fitness, it's about keeping the engine running so that every system in the body operates at its best. The prescription to take it easy is, in reality, a slow surrender to frailty. The third enemy is emotional starvation, a phenomenon as dangerous as any toxin. In recent years, researchers have labeled loneliness the new smoking. Seniors who experience chronic isolation face a 30% higher risk of early death than their socially connected peers. The reasons are profound. Loneliness increases stress hormones, disrupts sleep, weakens the immune system, and feeds depression. Yet, few conversations focus on the epidemic of isolation among those over 60. Family moves away, friends pass on, and social networks shrink. What's left is a void that many try to ignore, but the body registers as an emergency. The heart and brain, deprived of companionship and purpose, begin to falter. Emotional nourishment, meaningful conversation, laughter, shared experiences is as vital as food or water, yet often dismissed as a luxury rather than a necessity. The fourth mistake is clock-based eating, a ritual so ingrained that few question its wisdom. Seniors are often told to stick to regular meal times, eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner at set hours, regardless of physical hunger. But as the body ages, its metabolic needs shift. Forcing food on a schedule when the body isn't truly hungry can disrupt natural metabolic rhythms, increase inflammation, and promote insulin resistance. Over time, this habit leads to fatigue, weight gain, and increased risk for chronic diseases like diabetes. The body thrives on flexibility, on being attuned to subtle cues of hunger and fullness, rather than the tyranny of the clock. By ignoring these signals, many unwittingly trigger a cascade of metabolic problems that chip away at their health year after year. The fifth and final silent killer is blind medical obedience. The modern world reveres doctors and prescriptions, and for good reason. Medicine saves lives. But too many seniors fall into the trap of accepting every prescription, every dosage change, without question. They rarely ask about drug interactions, long-term side effects, or whether a medication is still necessary as their bodies and lifestyles change. Over time, the cumulative effect of multiple medications, what doctors call polypharmacy, can silently damage the liver, strain the kidneys, cloud mental clarity, and mask the underlying causes of symptoms. Instead of asking why a symptom appears or if a lifestyle change might help, the easy solution becomes another pill. The body becomes a battleground of chemical interactions, with each new prescription increasing the risk of adverse events. The path to vitality after 60 is not paved with more pills, but with informed, active participation in one's own care. These 5 dangers: idle minds, inactive bodies, emotional starvation, rigid eating, and blind obedience form the hidden architecture of early decline. They are not fate. They are not the result of some mysterious genetic lottery. Instead, they are the byproducts of choices, routines, and beliefs that society has quietly endorsed for generations. The terrifying statistic that 85% of people don't reach age 82 is not a curse, but a statistical trap. It's the sum of small, daily decisions, each one seemingly harmless, that together shorten the precious years of life. But there is hope in this uncomfortable truth. Knowledge is power, and with awareness comes the ability to change course. Imagine if just one senior or one caregiver recognized these silent killers and took action. Imagine the years of vitality, independence, and joy that could be reclaimed, not through radical interventions, but through simple shifts in mindset and habit. The real secret to living past 82 is not found in a pill bottle or a genetic test. It's found in the daily rituals we choose, the connections we nurture, and the curiosity we keep alive. Aging is not the enemy. Silence is. To every senior, every family member, and every caregiver, challenge your mind, move your body, seek out connection, listen to your body's true needs, and never stop asking questions. The path to a longer, richer life is not hidden in the mysteries of medicine, but in the choices you make each day. The reward for breaking these silent patterns is not just more years, but better years, filled with purpose, clarity, and the kind of vitality that makes every moment count.